Hello fitness friends, it's Natasha. I have a fun sock sliding class for you. Grab some sliders, gliders, or socks. Quick warm up here. Flexing the fingers back and down. Flex and point. All effort. Some quick blinks, circles, shakes, whatever you got to stretch those wrists. Moving into shoulder circles, big elbows up and around. Push the sides of the room. Press, press. Now internally and externally rotate those hips. Moving and balancing here on one foot. We're going to take a good morning halfway fold. Stay here. Bend the knees, deeply squat, belly to thighs. Do that a few times. Half fold to deep compression squat. Bringing in flexibility into the hamstrings, strengthen the quads. Drop into a forward fold, pedal out. Anything you want to do here. Shaking the head. Adding some twists, lift your left arm, stack shoulders, and then right arm, stack shoulders, and release. You can shift onto your hands, back into your heels, into your hands and heels, counter stretch. Put the back of the hands down, bend the knees as much as you need to, just press into the hands a bit in different directions. Fingertips, fists. Lengthen the spine and the neck, and then take some cat-cows. Round and arch, and ragdoll up to the top. Again, if you feel like you need more time in your warm-up, feel free to take it. We're going to get started with our first exercise. It will be a hip hinge, sliding one foot back, kind of like a single leg deadlift, and then a lunge, 2 per side, and we'll keep this up for a whole minute and 20 seconds. That's how long we're working. If you have something to stand on that's not slippery, awesome. If not, no big deal. Here we go. Hands behind head, right toes back. Forward fold, drag the leg back, and then slide it in. Full range lunge. Repeat. Straight leg forward fold like a deadlift into a 90-90 lunge. Then switch. Straight spine, your front knee can bend, but then both knees bend as you drag. So halfway fold, straight leg slides back, bend both knees, deep lunge. You'll continue that pattern. Straight leg, hip hinge, deep lunge, 2 per side, and switch and keep the core on. Keep challenging your edges. You do not have to race through these. It's all about muscle control through the sliding, so making sure that you are in control of your body and you're engaging all the muscles to keep from sliding or falling or even just losing your balance. And if you do, no big deal. Beautiful job. You have 20 seconds of rest in between just to give your body a quick shake and set up for the next drill. We'll be doing an inchworm burpee. So you'll press the feet back, push up, drag into a pike, or it could be a tuck, and stand, and then a good morning hip hinge on both feet. Here we go. Hands down, drag back, plank push up, pike or drag in with bent knees, and then a hip hinge, good morning halfway fold. We're going to continue that the whole time. If you need to modify the push-up, obviously you can come down to the knees and you can work at your own pace here. Maybe going for pikes to make it more challenging. So straight legs on the press back and the drag in, or modify with bent knees, pushing back. You could also push back and push up at the same time to make it a little more challenging. And if you'd like, obviously you can go faster and make these a little bit more cardio, but you will get your heart rate up and you will be sweaty in this class. Always make sure you're spreading those fingers and gripping down into the earth anytime you're on the hands. Really helps protect those wrists. And 20 seconds rest. Give yourself space laterally for our next one, and you might want to cushion the middle like I have here because we are going to be coming down onto a knee. It might not feel great to be on the knee on hardwood floor. So see what you have. Here we go. We're going to start with our left leg out. Skandasana, side lunge, slide. Now side lunge, stay down, drop the left knee, extend the right leg. Hip hinge, side leg sliding out for 2. Step the right foot forward and come back to standing. Now right foot, sliding lunge, drag it in, slide it out, stay. Kneel, extend the left leg. Hip hinge for 2. Slide that leg and outer and inner thigh abduction to adduction. Come back to standing. So just remember to alternate. It's like you're walking. You're going to keep stepping. Drag the left knee, extend the right. 2 hip hinges, sliding the leg out and in. Step on the right, left, and then right leg goes out. So it feels really fluid once you get the pattern. Work at your pace and your level. You can really engage the muscles here by going deep. Keep that control. Remember to breathe. And 20 seconds off. We're moving into some push-ups, and I'll give you lots of options on these. We're going to try to push up and then swing our leg all the way in front and around, making a circle. It does take some flexibility, so if you're not anywhere near a split, you can modify. Here we go. Slide one foot around as you move the hands and then push up. Slide, pick up one hand, pick up the other, and push up. If your plank's high enough, you don't need to be super flexible, but here's your modification. You'll just slide the foot out and back as far as you can. Also, you can come down to the knees for an easier push-up. So here we go. Pick your option and feel free to mix them up. It's really fun to try to circle that leg around, so see if you have it, but obviously if your hamstrings are saying no, please don't do it. At any point, if you need a quick recovery moment off the hands, quick wrist stretch, go for it. I needed it too, and then come back in. Nicely done. That one felt long. Take your recovery, any stretches you need to do, and then we're going into a forearm move. So again, you might want to pad up under the elbow and the forearm. We're going to start in a side forearm plank. The bottom leg is going to thread forward, hip dip, back, forward, back, hip dip, and then you'll switch sides. Here we go. Forward, slide, back, slide, forward, dip, lift, slide, back, forth, back, hip dip, and then switch sides. The bottom leg slides forward and back. You can use big range of motion here, or you can keep it small and tight. Just see what you have. I didn't have a lot of space for when I'm flipped forward because my fireplace is there, so I made it a little smaller of a movement here. But if you have the space, go ahead and make it a mobility move where you're really stretching forward and back too. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, hip dip, 1, 2, 3, hip dip, and switch. Keep a strong foundation in the shoulder. Push that shoulder down away from the ear. Keep the core engaged to keep the hips up. and take a much needed break. Move your mat if you had one, and we're gonna go into some boat pose, abdominals, and sliding L sits, moving forward and back. From seated position, one tuck, knees to chest, go. Legs up to V. Take your hands down and slip your hips back through L. Tuck, V, leg raise. Hands forward, slide forward. Keep going. So one tuck, one high V, boat pose. Slip back through half an L. Tuck. Squeeze to boat. Bring those hands forward, L to like a reverse plank. All right, so do what works for you, or you're gonna try to get those hips up as high as you can. You can slip the hands behind you and drag the hips back. And then when you're moving forward, your hands will go in front of you by your knees so you have space to slide forward. You can play with hand placement and see what works for you. And challenge yourself. Try and get those hips up really high. Try and get your V sit really high. And take your rest. We're gonna lay on our back for some bridge work, and then we'll be rolling up to some squat jumps. So if you have a mat that you want to place under your back, but not your feet, go for it. We're going to lift the hips and bridge and then start to just slide one foot out at a time. Here we go, hips up, slide right, left. Squeeze the hamstrings and glutes. You're going for 8 here. Then you'll gather up some momentum and roll to standing. Squat, slide out and in. Slide out, squeeze your inner thighs, adductors to pull in. Like you're gonna jump, but you slide the feet in, then come right back down to your bridge. 8, legs out. You can go quick, you can go slow. Again, this is time drills, so you work at your own pace. Challenge yourself, roll up to standing, and then squat. Zip those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way back down to your bridge. Lift those hips, squeeze the booty. And break. Come on your feet. Move your mat if you were using one. We're going to travel laterally again. It's a fun one. We're going down dog, flipping to low crab, flipping to down dog. You'll go 2 one direction and then back the other way 2 times. Here we go. Start in a downward facing dog, hips up. Slip the hips under and then up and over. Flip belly to sky, hips low, hips high, belly towards ground. Then back the other way. So practice that, flipping from low crab to downward facing dog. And just keep going. 2 to your left and 2 to your right. You're working at your own pace, engaging your shoulders, your core, pressing into those hands. Since your feet can slide, you want to be really stable once you hit your down dog. And 20 seconds off. Quickly grab something to pad up your forearms if you have it. We'll be going from dolphin to funky forearms. Pressing onto one hand. Down dog, split, tuck, and then the other leg kicks through and we add a toe tap. So come on to dolphin on both forearms. Here we go. We're gonna pop up to the left hand, left leg lifts, tucks high to the armpit, extends. Now the right foot kicks through and we give that a little toe tap. Come back to dolphin. Right hand down, right leg kicks up, tucks, lifts, put it down, left foot kicks through and a toe tap, toes to fingers, slide back, dolphin. Left hand, left leg lifts, tuck, extend, put it down, right foot slides through. You can sit if that makes it easier for you and then toe tap. Right hand, right knee to armpit, put it down, left foot kicks through, toe tap, seated, or you can stay in that forearm plank elevated. Funky, tuck, and lift, set it down, kick it through, toe tap. So I'm sitting because my forearms and shoulders are spent. See what you have left in the tank. You can sit and give me that toe tap. So remember, you're starting in dolphin, you pop up to one hand, that same leg lifts, it tucks and extends, then the other leg slides through, toe tap, dolphin, right hand down, or whichever side you're on, one tuck, other leg kicks through. And rest. All right, quick child's pose if you need it. You can always hit pause, and I did forget to mention that you're gonna need a block. So go ahead and hit pause if you don't have a block handy and grab a single block to balance on. Step your right foot on top, and here we go. One pistol squat, slide forward. One high lunge, take that foot back. Then a balancing warrior three. We're gonna do that 2 times per leg. Pistol, slide back, high lunge, and drag to warrior three balance. Now jump switch, pistol, drag forward, lift, high lunge, and take off, balancing stick. Do it again. Pistol, only go as low as you can pull it back up, high lunge, and your diving warrior three, and then jump switch just for fun. You could always step off and come on with the other foot, but I thought it was really fun too. Jump switch balance. Again, it's one pistol, dragging the foot forward. A good way to practice pistol squats because you have a little more space and you don't have to go quite as deep. Again, you're in that pistol, you drag back to high lunge, and you charge off for your warrior three, 2 per side. Strong legs, strong core, you got this. Break, just a couple more exercises to go. We're going to lay on our back for a full sit-up. Then you'll press onto crab and flip over to beast, and we'll add on to it. So start on your back, drag your feet in, full sit up, go. Hands press down, crab flip, come back, lay down. Full sit up, feet and hands down, lift your hips, flip over, come back, hovering table or beast, crab, flip, come back, sit, lay down. Full sit up, crab, flip beast, crab, sit, and lay. We're gonna add on crab, flip, drag back to plank, drag into beast, flip to crab, lay on your back. Crab, flip, drag out, drag in, and flip. Continue that pattern. We're gonna add on one more time. Up, flip, slide out, in and back. On the next one, we'll add an up dog. So crab, flip, plank, swing the hips, dip them down and up, come back. I'm moving pretty quick. You don't have to keep this pace. Crab, flip, plank, dip. Come on back. Full sit up, crab, flip, beast, plank, dip and swing the hips down and up. And you made it. All right, our last one will be mountain climbers. If you have a wall, we're gonna jump up to a wall and do some mountain climbers on the wall, then jump down, move forward, mountain climbers on the ground. All right, spread your fingers, shoulder width apart, jump up. 4 sliding knee tucks, jump down, walk or jump the hands forward, 4 mountain climber tucks on the ground. Keep alternating wall mountain climbers to jumping forward plank mountain climbers. And if you are not using the wall today, you can travel your mountain climbers moving forward and backwards by just walking the hands forward and back and then continuing with those knee tucks. So whichever one you're doing, it's all out effort here. This is the end. This is the final push. All we're going to do is stretch, unless you're doing this 2 rounds through, which would be a great option. Keep it going. And you made it. That was tough. Really quick stretches. Feel free to go longer. We're just going to counter stretch on those wrists. Come into some cat-cows. Round and arch the spine. Exhale, inhale, sit back on the heels. Side bend. Arm up and over. A few times here. Reach the hands forward, fingertips back, heart to sky. Again, reach forward, round the spine, fingertips back, heart to sky. Take a jump up to forward fold, shake, shimmy, and ragdoll up. Let's take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.